afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Internet Uncapped. We have another DSP video for you guys. The last one did really good. I mean, we hit over 1,000, right?
Yeah, that 1,200 views. My goodness, you've
Loved it.
really showed out in full force for that
Yeah,
one. Thank you.
we appreciate it. Great, great. We greatly appreciate it. We just like
Yeah.
doing this. We just do this really as a hobby. We have
Mhm.
fun with it,
Mhm.
and we just like making fun of Phil and Cyrax and RTU and
And all the people, and
yeah, all
also
the
thank you to
people.
all the new subscribers as well.
Yeah.
We hit recently over 150 subscribers, so thank you all
Mhm.
for subscribing. Thank you all for watching. But my goodness, like, yeah. No, it's like who would have thought that DSP failing at Power Wash would actually like hit with masses of all things. But
You
listen, you gotta keep putting it out. You're never gonna know.
I forget who it was. I think it might have been Meerkat Mob
Mm.
or maybe it was ALT Insider. It was one of them on an episode of That Being Said, where they said DSP is a content creator for other people.
He
and
really
it's
is.
and
I
it's
mean,
so
honestly.
and it's true because he's just so ridiculous. He is the equivalent of the way that I look at him, he is the equivalent to um reality TV stars
Hmm.
where their personalities are just so freaking egregious. You're like, there's no way this idiot's like real, and
Yeah,
then it's like, oh, he's real. He's really real. So
he really is.
yeah, he really is that much of a dope. So just to catch everyone up, so DSP at the end of last year, he had this whole thing with Asmongold, where Asmongold came onto a stream and he thought everything was going to change. He thought because Asmongold is not the kind of guy to go out and like openly bash people. Like he'll criticize you if you do something stupid, but
Mhm.
DSP is such small fish that he's not on Asmongold's radar. Like
Yeah,
he would just be like, yeah, Phil probably begs, yeah, whatever. Like he needs to make a living somehow. Like that's probably how he would approach that.
yeah.
Or like, oh, I've seen the videos of him begging. Yeah, he does it all the time, and he would leave it at that. Like he wouldn't dive deep on him and talk about down from the rafters or some of the other scandals that surround Phil. He
Mhm.
wouldn't do that. He would just talk about the surface level stuff. Now, DSP then came on, started saying all this crazy stuff of like, oh, I don't have to beg no more. I don't have to do, but really he still begs. Like he's like, oh, yesterday, snort, we went ahead and we actually made like over $150, guys. Like that's great that we have this momentum. Yeah. And so he's begging without really begging.
Yeah.
And he's been trying to he's trying to really in the DMs with Triple P, he even admitted that he doesn't like playing games no more. He wants to step away from that. He wants to just talk. But when you listen to these guys on the Tonight Show, they don't just talk about themselves. And that's all DSP talks about is himself. They bring on guests, they interview people.
Right.
Like they have segments, they have skits.
Or like he'll over explain about the most mundane shit, and it's
Yeah.
like nobody knows already.
So like
It's like reheated frickin' dinner, you know?
yeah. He there was a time where he was talking about going to the grocery store
Mhm.
and getting cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving. All right.
Okay.
And DSP was like, yeah, yeah. So I went down the aisle, okay, and I didn't see it there. And then they were like, it's on an end cap. And I was like, huh? Why wouldn't it be in the aisle? And it's like DSP probably people that got there earlier during the week and didn't wait till the weekend before Thanksgiving probably bought all the cranberry sauce. So the only ones that are left is probably the ones on the display. If you work retail, sometimes when it comes to displays, or in my experience, I've worked at a clothing store and I've also worked in liquor and fast food and at a
Mhm.
grocery store. There's different rules for different companies.
Mhm.
When I worked at the clothing store, they always were just like, unless if a customer wants it, leave the it was always a medium for the women's and it was a large for the men's on the mannequins. They always said leave it on the mannequin unless if a customer wants it. And if they do, try to get another product on there.
Mm.
That's what they always said. And they said go based on the season. So you wouldn't put like a tank top on a mannequin when
Right.
it's the winter time.
Right. Right.
Like so there's rules and regulations for different stores. And when I worked at a grocery store,
they would like during the summertime, Oscar Mayer would have this huge display, and they would have like this little their own little portable fridge on like wheels, and
Mm,
it was filled with hot dogs,
hmm,
and they would tell us like try to keep it even between the home spot, which is where it's like usually in the store, and the fridge. But they were like the fridge is priority though, so if we get down, put more in the fridge than over there.
mhm.
So yeah, but DSP is just like, huh? They put on the huh?
Huh?
And he made it seem like it was this heroic task to go around a grocery store to find cranberry sauce. Like you would have thought it was like season 1 of Pokemon, like the very first season, and he's getting chased by all the Spearows, and then he was holding Cat like Pikachu, and then Ash like on the bicycle running away. Like that's what he made it sound like. Insane. And he does this, like you said, with everything. It's the most mundane things. You guys, I had to get up early today, okay? Because Kat, she needed to get to work, okay? And then, Snort, I had to go and put gas in the car, and the guy there that pumped the gas called out sick. So I was like, huh? And I
Huh?
had to I had to pump my own gas today. So I go ahead, I put my credit card into the machine, and then it was like, what type of gas? And I'm like, for a car, stupid.
So stupid.
Idiot.
Idiot.
But he again, like you hit the nail on the head. But one last thing I want to say. That's why when it comes to these Tonight shows, you look at Jimmy Fallon. He has segments. He
Right.
has characters that he's created over the years,
Yeah.
and they constantly bring on different guests to promote. Oh, what are you working on? Like Timothy Chalamet. They brought
Mhm.
him on to talk about Marty Supreme.
Right.
And that was like the rave. They're like, "Oh, Marty Supreme, Marty Supreme," and they brought on like a couple other people that were associated with the movie just to
Mhm.
talk, or not Jimmy Fallon, but other shows too. They brought on maybe Timothy Chalamet and other people to talk about the show, or they'll bring on like a musical guest and they do a live performance to cut up the time. So then they can go ahead and I don't know, maybe eat away at the time. They're trying to kill the clock essentially.
Yeah.
And DSP just doesn't get that.
No.
Like he just thinks that like he thinks Jimmy Fallon just goes, now guys, I was actually at my $1 million mansion, okay? And I was actually like my wife was actually making me a snack pizza, okay? It was DiGiorno's cheese stuffed crust. It was a great stack pizza. And then I was playing Arc Raiders, and then this guy said like I like Jay Leno better, and then I was like, oh, you're a troll. You get it?
You get it?
So yeah, it's indeed. Let's jump into it now. Um, or well, let's describe. Sorry, one last thing we'll describe, then we get into it.
Yeah.
He's been recently beefing with LTG, where LTG has just been on his ass, has been going ahead and just roasting him because DSP has been trying to get him on the show for the longest time. And I think the reason why DSP wants him on there is for two reasons. One, he wants to bring people on and try to legitimize himself as someone that can host a podcast. Two,
Yes.
he thinks he's better than LTG. He thinks
He's
that's why he's
better than
always
everyone, quite frankly.
what?
He thinks he's better than everyone.
Well, so I don't think so.
Oh.
I think he gives off that bravado,
Oh.
but I think secretly he doesn't think that. Like when the
Oh.
Kino Casino were inflating his ego,
Mhm.
he was thinking he was like, "Oh man, these guys are so great, man. They're so cool. I can't believe they let me into their circle. Oh, what a bunch of great guys." And then when he realized that, oh, he was the butt of the joke, yeah, they're a bunch of fucking they're a bunch of drama. They're a bunch of drama YouTubers. Like I make fucking fun, chill content. These guys are a bunch of idiots. Stuart,
Yeah.
he does that where he just starts moving the goalpost more and more and more.
Yeah.
So I think he gives out the bravado. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm all this stuff, and I think I'm better than everyone. But I think really he knows that he's a bum.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
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 So again, he's been trying to get LTG on this show for the longest time, and
Mm.
LTG just doesn't want to do it. And LTG said, "You have to pay me." And DSP's like, "I'm not going to pay you, you fucking idiot. You're coming on to my fucking show, the Level One podcast, which is now just the morning show. You fucking idiot. Just do it." But without further ado, let's jump into this. This is DSP after doing the whole he went nuclear on LTG. He then explains. I'll let him explain it.
Mhm.
What I'm seeing, and by the way, I'm not done. We're still going to interact. We're still got a while to hang out here. But in general, here's what I saw. Pretty much the entirety of the kick chat, okay, basically is trolls. Very few people were being positive about it. I wish they were. I wish there were more people there that were positive, but there's just not a lot of positive people in the kick chat these days. There's a few, but not a ton.
What?
That's his music. That's his music. So DSP's been getting he's been getting this like AI slot music,
Uh-huh.
and it sounds like popular songs, but they're just like kind of tuned differently.
Sounds like he's playing chamber music. Like, what is going on? Even he
I
doesn't know.
I feel like I heard this on the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, exactly. He is bewildered.
Let's go to the next song. You know what? Let's change the playlist. That even threw me for a little. Like, what is that? Okay, let's go to the next song. That was absolutely ridiculous. Okay.
Make an idiot drills.
There we go. That's a little better.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I want to do something different. I wanted to see how it went. By the way, exactly the things that I knew would happen happened. For example,
Oh, big brain, Phil. And so I want to break down a couple things that he said here. I'll start with. I'll ask you this, Evan. Evan, why do you think that he said the kick chat was nothing but trolls?
Probably they were complaining about how bad he was at video games or something.
No. This is about him breaking down the video with LTG and
Well, because he wanted to have him on the show,
well,
or
yeah. Well, part of that is because LTG is kind of garbage, but it's
yeah.
also the fact that he constantly complains and calls his detractors a bunch of drama farmers. He says that they make they he would
Well,
he
Kick's
would
not going to deal with that. They're going to go even harder on
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And most of those guys are Kino Casino viewers, so they know
Right.
they know the game. Go in
Right.
there,
Right.
make fun of Phil, like, and that's it. And like you see this game devs can't hold my viewers. Gonna look like a cuck, are you? Like, he's getting felted right now, and that's
Yeah.
that's what hurts him the most. It hurts his ego, and
Yeah.
as Triple P calls it, he's in both of those. This the YouTube side of things, the kick side of things, dude. It's like snort Korea, you know.
North Korea.
Yeah, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
But for years
So
he's been saying like I'm not going to do drama content. I don't want to do drama content. Drama content is the worst, etc. But it's like no. You wanted to see if you could do it. You realize I suck at this, and now you're trying to backpedal, make it seem like, oh, you guys, it was actually the steaking. Remember, Rich, fucking idiot.
you get it.
You get it?
apparently during this stream, LTG leaked more DMs.
Okay. Wait a minute. My guy, don't put your hands in the air like you're about to honk some boobs, okay? Don't look at us in dead ass in the fucking camera with that goofy ass smirk, say with those fucking fingers waving around and thinking that I'm gonna take that shit seriously. Phil, you are such a fucking smurf. It is so beyond comprehension at this point. It is that like Phil, I listen, I sometimes get in my own shit and I sometimes go, whatever, but you made me look competent when it comes to that. Like, that's how bad you look, Phil.
Yeah. No, and it's like he does. So like he tries to constantly preach that he's not a children's entertainer.
He's really, and he has the absolute build and behavior of one.
Yeah.
Absolute dog water logic there. Unbelievable.
You know, like every single time he's done that ever.
No, my guy.
I'm
If
backing it
this
up.
doesn't work out for you, you
Stream
absolutely should be. No.
LT.
Let me referendum that a little bit. He is acting like a failed children's entertainer, but if he were to become one, he would be put on a pedophile list so damn fast. He would be put on the sex offender list so hard. He'd be like, yeah, I felt violated just because he did these fingers at me.
G leaked more DMs.
God, Phil.
You know, like every single time he's done that ever, and he still does it and acts like it has anything to do with anything or any impact.
Right here, this 100%,
It says,
100% a la real coping. Yes,
yes.
yes, and then massive drama incoming. More like decraptors. What?
Huh?
I was here, LMFAO. I think Phil is coming back. He's gonna be the third chair, and he's talking about Kano Casino. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Anyone who leaks DMs are untrustworthy. Okay, not not for me. Cannot say the same for the host.
By
Dark
the way,
side badly.
this is something that I wanted to run by you, and I'm going to do it on this episode because fuck it. From this moment on, the chair that DSP sits on will be formally known as the cuck chair, because that is what he is. He's a fucking dipshit cuck.
I like it.
Yeah, of course he leaked
I mean, there is the rumor of like Tyrone pounding cat. So
DMs that I sent him because that's all he ever does. So now when I send him things, it's intentional because I know that he's going to leak them.
so DSP's been sending him messages for years. So you're trying to tell me DSP thought about this 2 years ago? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Absolutely. Bodybuilder style man unreal. Delusional impersonation. Whoa.
Bodybuilder man with those fingers.
Well, he has been working out, and then like people asked him, "Can you do like a weightlifting stream?" And he's just like, "Yeah, that's more private, idiot." So I'll say this. So that being said, they do a segment where they talk about the names that have been banned
Yeah.
on Kick Chat, and the names are they're all freaking legit, like Toxic Element Real. Like 9 times out of 10, if they say real and they're a troll, and I love it. Like Gordon Ramsay can't dance, like that's whatever. Trainwreck Observer, that's whatever. Like
Yeah.
Like he's done it a million times. Why wouldn't he do it again? It's
Dark Felter, Felted.
Felted.
inevitable that he will. He thinks that this is some kind of a gotcha or something. Dude, every single time I message you, it's because I know you're going to tell everyone what I
There was one. It was Master Shaker Real.
said. So congrats. Like, ooh, you really got me now, bro. Ooh, yeah.
And I can't preface it this enough. DSP's wearing a button-up shirt right now.
Yeah.
LTG straight up told him like, "Yo, go focus on your sexy." That's legit what he told him. Go focus on your sexy. And and then he started clowning him for the clothes that he was wearing. And
Yeah.
then Phil goes ahead and he starts wearing these button-up shirts now. He
Yeah.
also clowned him for just some of the like saying like, "Oh, why you look so greasy?" Now Phil makes sure he showers before he comes on stream and fixes his hair. Like if you look at DSP in like 2021 and 2022, this dude was showing up like he just rolled out of bed, greasy, didn't brush his teeth or nothing, in Zelda pajamas doing his stream. And then LTG just completely felts him, calls him Burt Reynolds, just completely ruins him. Like he knocked him down so many pegs that DSP was like, "You know what, Cat? I think he's right. I need to start dressing like a real adult.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
finally came to this at 45 years old."
Yeah. I thought he was 42 or 43.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
is, but I always exaggerate his age.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
Anyway,
he's 47.
Yeah, he's 52.
He's 53.
Yeah, so it's just like it's insane to like go ahead and just see like how much he cares about what LTG has to say. And LTG also told him you need to bench press 2 plates. And now DSP's been working out. Like everything LTG says, he gets completely and utterly felted about, and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not a big fan of LTG. He has
No.
so much shit behind him. Like when he made fun of, I think it was Brawly Legs, who has that he has a he had some sort of issue where he couldn't grow his arms or legs or something like that. So he played his games with his tongue, and he called him
Mm.
Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's
God.
like, "Get this Krang motherfucker out of this shit." So he has his issues.
Yeah.
But when he felt DSP, oh my god, it gets to DSP, and you could tell he changed his wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's going ahead and making fun of him even more. He's like, "Yo, this Burt Reynolds looking ass white guy went and bought the first." What did he say? He bought the first rack in Marshalls,
Oh
and it
my
was nothing but
God.
Hawaiian shirts, bro. And DSP's felt it, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just curious what everyone thought. All right. What are your thoughts on the whole situation?
And then Gordon Ramsay can't dance. You can't handle feedback, and it's true.
Yeah.
Your future stepson, you're obsessed with LTG. True.
Of people who have these detractors who make these videos on them, including me, the way that they're portrayed, the situations that they find themselves in. Okay. This is idiot. Really. I really want to know everyone's take on this.
No, he doesn't.
Was that something that anyone got enjoyment or anything out of? Would you like to see me ever do more of that kind of stuff? Or are you like, nah?
Wait,
Was that
so? This is I love this comment right here. My takeaways: fat people should eat less, depressed people should be happy, and drama content is for gays. And that's from Crowd Jessica Milja. I don't know. I'm butchering that one.
I don't
But
know.
that's what DSP was saying. He was saying to Wings, like, Wings, he's kind of a big guy, yeah, and he probably should eat less. And I think if he did more, he'd be happy, huh? And it's
Huh.
like, but it's like, and when he talks about Wings and his depression, he doesn't mention like food. Food is different for everyone.
Yes.
When like I'm on the bigger side, I'll
Mhm.
admit it. But I've never been like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm gonna go eat. I just eat poorly, and I need to get better at that.
Mhm.
But I don't eat as cope, but I do know people that do eat as cope. Like there are some people that use food as a coping mechanism, and
Yeah.
DSP doesn't talk about that.
No.
He just says like he should just eat less. And with Wings, I think it's 100% a psychological thing. I think he's unhappy with where he is in life. Like he kind of had a rough upbringing, and like Wings also he the only person that really cared for him was his grandmother.
Mm.
And Wings is not the brightest. He does say some crazy things, and he says some outlandish things that gets him in the hot water. But I think Wings doesn't know right from wrong in a certain sense. Like I think when he was younger, he was saying outlandish things, and that doesn't excuse what he said.
Yeah.
But I just think that he never really had a good role model. I think his grandmother was just trying to do what she could to keep the house and everything going. His mom has screwed him over a couple of times, like refinancing the trailer that he lives in. And Wings doesn't even have it in writing that the trailer's under his name and he makes payments on it. He just gives the money to his mom and his mom pays it.
Mhm.
And he has a lot that is unfortunate for Wings. Like he wasn't born into the best situation, and he's done a lot of things. And I could say like hey, good for Wings. But he there's other things too where it's like some of the shock jock things he said on the PK podcast. It's like Wings, you should have really apologized instead of just saying like, oh, I'm sorry. Like you should have really, really, really apologized and not sound like an asshole when you do it. And people would have responded. Not everyone, but I think most people would have responded differently.
something that anyone got enjoyment or anything out of? Would you like to see me ever do more of that kind of stuff? Or are you like, nah, that wasn't very good. That was kind of, it didn't really go anywhere. Didn't like it. I want to know. I want honest feedback from people like me, from that are, regulars of my content, for people who maybe aren't. All right. I want to hear what you think. I want to thank those who were here for the whole thing, people who supported it. Thank you. Different effort. And by the way, like I said, I basically tried to do insight that wasn't outright insulting.
Toxic element real. It sucked. You sucked.
That was trying to give my honest opinions, but at the same time, maybe bringing up points that people don't rationally bring up. Like the thing is, when the detractors say certain things about Wings or LTG, they're maybe not wrong, but the ways that they do them, it makes it more of a joke than something to be analyzed as serious. Like I think some people just like to make fun of the fact that Wings is sitting there eating all day on stream. But the truth is the guy's eating himself to death. And if someone actually doesn't intervene, he could come to a bad end, which is terrible.
No, duh, Phil. You know what I'm saying? You say this is another one of his lukewarm takes where it's like me going ahead and saying, Evan, you know what I don't want? I don't want earthquakes to kill people. Okay, like no shit. But he does this because he wants sympathy. Like he wants Wings on his podcast again because he thinks he's above Wings and he could try to be like, I'm no longer Dark Side Phil. Okay, I'm actually Dark Side. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that one. But I'm Dark Side Pathway, where I'm gonna show you the right pathway to your good, better life.
Yeah,
Stuart,
I'm King Snake.
I'm King Snake. Yeah.
I don't think anyone wishes that upon Wings, do we? I certainly don't. I mean, that's awful. I want the guy to do better, but no one ever says that. Instead, it's, oh, make fun of the guy, point at him, and laugh at him like the clown he is, and then make videos on him and monetize it. I think that's messed up. I do. All right. Now, there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's the system that YouTube has right now. But I really do feel that more rational thought is needed. Because, like, some people are saying, well, what did you do right now? How was that any better than what Kino Casino does? Well, let's see. Did I outright eviscerate the people? Did I say that I'm better than either of them? Did I call them horrendous names? Did I?
Yeah, this is always semantics with Phil.
Yeah.
He'll never outright say, I'm better than this guy, I'm better than this person, but he will heavily imply it. He will always try to go ahead and say, like, I can't believe he did that. I've never done that.
And that's why I said I think he thinks that he's better. Maybe not better than everybody, but I think he thinks he's better than a lot of people.
So I think that's his defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Like LTG, like he knows if he saw LTG in public, he wouldn't go up to LTG and start shit talking him. Like he wouldn't go up to him and be like,
Yeah.
LTG, you're a fucking loser. You know that? Yeah, your fucking stream setup is dog shit. Jaha went up to Phil and made Phil cry in a parking lot because he said he was gonna beat the brakes off of him. LTG wouldn't give him that much leeway. He would just beat the brakes off of him.
That's true. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Did I say awful, slanderous things about either one of them? Did I literally make up anything that I said during that commentary?
Yes, you did. Actually, when you were going ahead and you were talking during the commentary, you claimed that LTG was poor because he had meal prep kits, which is not true. He is a bodybuilder or he's someone that works out. So he meal preps, which is he cooks food and puts it in containers. You then tried to go ahead and imply that he uses meal prep kits. To your credit, someone did correct you in the audience, and then you went, "Oh, that's what you mean? Oh, okay." But you always do that where you try to take something and flip it and try to make it into something else. You do it all the time, Phil. And then with LTG, when he was talking about weightlifting and talking about losing weight with all the different types, like what's the one right now that everyone uses? Ozempic? Is that it?
There's a bunch, but Ozempic's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, like and LTG said like with Ozempic, it actually eats at your muscle. So it'd probably be better to use a different brand. And then DSP was like, oh yeah, definitely go ahead and take advice from this guy, not a medical professional. LTG has been working out for years and he probably talks to people at a gym, in a public place, Phil. You get it? Not on just a random YouTube stream, so he definitely has more insight to that information. If not, he could point Wings into the right direction. I don't think LTG would be like, listen to only me, bro. He would probably say, go talk to the doctor. But again, you try to misrepresent what he was saying. LTG was talking about the difference from the of the different weight loss drugs and what they do. Ozempic, it eats away at your muscle. I've heard that before too. I haven't done research into it, but it is what it is. But you tried to imply that he was just giving Wings bad advice because you think that only you know what's up because you just started lifting at the ripe old age of 57.
That was factual observation. It was I feel like I was trying to be as level-headed as I could be in what I was saying. Maybe a few things I misspoke and I was misinformed on. That's okay. That happens. We're not all perfect.
So, and right there, every time the trolls mention anything about DSP, you have to know what the temperature was that day. You have to know the specific time range. You have to know if it's Green Mountain time or not. You have to know everything about what DSP said, what he's referencing, etc. If you get one thing wrong, he goes in. He's like, "These fucking idiots! They didn't know it was actually 7 p.m. Green Mountain time. Fucking loser!" And he just dismisses everything that they say.
Mhm.
And right here, ban Pandaree. Good name. He did talk shit about Wing's wife. He said Wings doesn't hold so Kelly does not hold Wings accountable, which it's tough. It's tough. Like it's hard to just go up to someone and be like, you need to do better. Like that's a tough conversation to have. And Kelly, like we've seen her, she's very emotional, and she's also doing her weight loss journey herself. So to go ahead and worry about her and Wings, no, Wings is a grown ass adult. Do it yourself, dude. Like or you have to get a support system. Kelly's doing her own weight loss thing, so it can't just be everything on her. She can't help herself and Wings lose weight.
But certainly, I feel like I tried my best to make the content stand out, to be meaningful, that people could watch that and be like, oh, well, I didn't know that that video existed. I didn't know about LTG and Wings in that way. I just hear negative things about them. Well, here's a perspective of someone who's kind of from in that wheelhouse of being a lolcow who's harassed constantly. And here's my take on that kind of a situation. Okay?
So now he's reading the comments and he's seeing the kick chat, and he never listens to the kick chat. Unless kick chat is on his side, he's gonna be like, "Oh, there's nothing but fucking trolls."
Happy Book Cautious says, you mentioned LTG's leaked documents. A very big detractor of yours leaked them. You say it's proof. Does that mean that that person is trustworthy? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know the lore that deep. I don't.
So why would you mention it? Oh.
So I can't answer that question. I don't really know.
Dark filter. I just farted. And it's better content than this.
If you want to elaborate on that or whatever, I don't know. Right?
This is every day, dude. Like
Every day. Every day.
Olivia says I should watch a short video about LTG he sent me. I would laugh for sure. Well, I'm not gonna do it yet, but let's. I want to get the honest reaction of everybody here.
Top quality content and commentary. Dude. Bravo, Phil.
Yeah. And this is a guy that wants to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like Phil, you're not cut out for this shit, man.
No.
You should have done like all those YouTubers that you say don't have love for the fucking game, bunch of losers, and you should have saved all that money instead of spending it on figurines for that condo that you had in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm. This is what drives me.
You went hard.
Hold on. This is what drives me nuts about what I've been seeing him do recently, which is that he talks, and then instead of like keeping it lively and keeping it going, he'll just stop, read the fucking comments, and then he'll reply. And it's like, Phil, make it at least somewhat bearable to like watch you. Not that I want to watch you, obviously, but I like Mitchell. We have dead air sometimes. It happens, yeah. But he does it for a solid 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds before he responds.
No, dead air. It depends on like what's going on. Like there's been.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not. It happens.
For him, it's always the same reason why. It's because he's reading chat and he's trying to cipher through all the shit. Like he'll have all these comments about criticism, and then somehow he'll see the one going, "Oh yeah, oh Evan, you think my content's really good? Oh, thank you, I appreciate that." Meanwhile, everyone else is saying, "Phil, you're terrible."
On LTG, he didn't really say anything bad about Wings. He didn't even seem to know him. That's the point. He interviewed him 3 years ago. All right. 3 years later, I'm going to react. Literally, he's talking out of his butt. He's trying to give medical advice to
Phil. Like he wasn't giving. He wasn't. You make it sound like he was sitting there trying to tell him, like, "Hey, Wings, you probably have high cholesterol. Okay, we're gonna put you on a dieting." But no, he's telling him that, like, listen, these are drugs. Okay, yeah. So it is in a sense medical advice, but it's not in the way that DSP makes it sound like. So listen.
He knows nothing about. He gave advice about something he knew nothing about. Oh boy. Um, he has no empathy whatsoever.
No empathy. What? But I got to back it up a little bit. Let's listen.
Right?
Yeah.
3 years later, I'm going to react. Literally, he's talking out of his butt. He's trying to give medical advice that he knows nothing about. Oh, he gave advice about something he knew nothing about. Oh, boy.
DSP, you literally said with depression, you were just like, just don't be depressed, guys. Just be happy.
Just drink your green alcohol.
Yeah. Like, yeah, should we go ahead and drink green alcohol and go into the elevator that's also a bathroom? They call it a shit up and a poop down. Like, come on.
Come on, Phil.
Like he wasn't sitting there trying to, like, again, take his blood pressure and do his cholesterol and anything like that. No, he just said, listen, Ozempic, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. And LTG goes to the gym, like I said before, and he socializes, and he's someone that lifts weights constantly. He's probably met people at the gym who are normies, because you just sit in the house all day,
Mhm.
Phil, and he's probably talked to people and they probably said, oh, my doctor actually told me that it does this and it does that, so I need to eat this food or stay away from this. You make it seem like he doesn't go outside or he doesn't have like connection. Just because you're the only lonely sad sack of shit that sits in his office all day preaching to the fucking wall about how you're working out and you're doing so much better than everyone, doesn't mean everyone's gonna fall alive, Phil. Shut the hell up.
Um, he has no empathy whatsoever. He's trying to discredit depression. He's trying to say that it's easy to just not eat, even though that's Wing's addiction and everyone.
That's not true. That he never said that. He said he doesn't understand. Like, so LTG is cut from the cloth of, if you want to lose weight, go into the gym and fucking work out. Okay, he does that, but he's not. He's saying for Wings, he doesn't understand how. He was saying pretty much how he doesn't understand how it hasn't kicked in for Wings. Like, I can't keep doing this. I need to get better, and
Mhm.
that's because of just how LTG is wired. He wasn't saying, "Oh, what a fucking idiot." He needs to go out there and work out. He wasn't saying it like that. He was saying, he doesn't understand how he didn't go ahead and hasn't decided to work out and better himself. That's what he was saying. He
Mhm.
wasn't saying Wings is a lazy fat shit who does nothing all day. He was not saying that.
Hmm.
That's another lie.
Knows it. Like, see what I mean? Like, genuinely, what he's doing is harmful. When he goes on stream and he presents himself like that, he's presenting himself like, I'm an authority figure. I know what I'm talking about.
That's at you every single day when you're a
What's the
gaming
difference
journalist.
between what you're accusing LTE of or LTG of, excuse me, and you? There's no difference. You're
Yeah,
literally projecting your shit on him.
yeah. And Phil is the number one projector. He does it
Mhm.
all the time. Him and Cyrax. That's why DSP is labeled as a 220 in the police department there, and Cyrax is labeled as a 43 because they're both nuts.
Here's my advice on this because I'm informed. And he's none of that. You see, none of it at all.
Phil, you have the body shape of a fucking pear, and you're a man. You're the last person that should be giving anyone fucking health advice. Shut up. I'm gonna go ahead and let LTG give me advice, like, over you when it comes to weightlifting and losing weight. Like, shut up, Phil.
Yep.
And so he's be doing harmful content for his audience and anyone else who's involved
Oh,
watching that. Like, that's bad. That's really irresponsible stuff, quite frankly. And for what I'm to understand, like, that's a lot of his content. Like, he basically reacts to stuff constantly all over the internet and just kind of talks like that and really doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. But here he is supposedly with an audience of thousands of people who are listening, and that's harmful content, in my opinion. You could disagree. Maybe you think he's a clown and no one ever takes him seriously. I don't know.
and notice how he just goes, "Oh, but that's just my opinion."
Mhm.
Phil, if you're gonna say something, stand on fucking business, bro. Don't be a bitch about it. Real talk. Real, as Wings would say, real talk. Real talk. But that's pretty much it. He goes on and he keeps belittling LTG. Also, I don't know if we said it before, but shout out Duty Streams. That's where we got the clip from. Duty Streams always. I love when he posts the clips of DSP. It makes it so much easier. I can't watch DSP. I can't. I remember you watched the Mind's Eye and you were like, "This is so terrible."
It
Like,
really was.
yeah, it really is. But that's pretty much, thank you, duty, and your service, sir. We salute you. But Evan, any final thoughts?
No, he's just such a fucking dipshit. I mean, he truly just is. It's so mind numbing sometimes, but it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Phil, get bent. You're not the authority on anything, and you're just a fucking loser. So until next time, everyone, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, check us out on Spotify as well. And until next time, folks, peace out.